It is an easy concept. We've invited all 27 mayoral candidates to join us here at KSAT 12 and answer the same 3 questions. Same venue, same lighting, same questioner even. And we are pleased to be joined by Councilman Manny Pelaez.
Hey, I'm glad you included me in your day.
Yeah,
Thanks.
well, thanks for saying yes. All right, so the first question is one everyone should be able to answer that's running for mayor. Why are you running for mayor?
I'm a dad of 2 kids, Max and Sophia. When they were born, I realized that my job is to prepare them for the path, right? But in this position of leadership, I also came to realize that it's our job as leaders to prepare the path for our children. And I think that there's so much potential in this city, and we really only have up, right, as the direction, and we're growing and we're adding, university programs, and we're adding hospitals and more schools, and people are rushing here. And I started worrying, right, who will be the next person to make sure that we're growing in the right direction, but also that we're holding on to the soul of the city, protecting it, our character, that thing that makes us us. And so I was sitting back, and you and I both know, we all knew who was going to end up being sort of the top 8 candidates. And I was listening to the platforms that they were starting to develop. And to be honest with you, I wasn't that inspired. And there comes a moment where, the big guy upstairs says, "You're up," right? And I started listening to the platforms, and I realized that people were talking about being just a little better than the last guy, talking about making the city a little safer, a little stronger. And I was like, wait a second, why aren't we swinging for the fences here, right? Why aren't we saying we want to be the safest city in America? Why aren't we saying we want to be the strongest or the smartest or the most compassionate or the most authentic city in America? That's what I want my mayor to say. And so since they weren't saying it, I guess, there was an opportunity there to raise my hand and ask San Antonio, do you want a mayor who speaks in terms of safer, smarter, better, or do you want somebody to aspire to excellence, big things, so that we are preparing the path for our kids and we're leaving very, very little opportunities for our kids to do small things?
Next question is, what is the single most important issue facing San Antonio?
We keep going and asking the neighborhoods. Everybody says, oh, it's safety, oh, it's taxes, right? It's homelessness. But what I keep hearing from folks is that there's also this feeling that there's no sense of optimism. So I would tell you that I think it's optimism. San Antonio needs to believe in itself, that it has the potential to solve all of the big problems. And yes, we're a big city with problems, big city problems. But more importantly, I'll tell you, the issue is how to figure out to get us to move forward, aspire to big things while taking care of these important problems. Now, of the important problems, I'll tell you, people don't feel safe in their neighborhoods, right? And there's nothing wrong with us aspiring to be not just safe, but the safest. And we can do that. We should do that. My kids deserve, like your kids deserve, to live in the safest city in the United States, but we just have to set that goal, right? We've got candidates out there who are congratulating themselves because we've reduced crime by 6%. Go home and tell your parents, hey, my grades improved by 6%. They'll be like, wait, what happened to the other 94% of the improvement, right? I don't think that aspiring to mediocrity and then congratulating ourselves for that mediocrity speaks very highly of the leadership, that thinks that that's impressive. I don't think the mayor should rest until we are the safest, and people need to feel safe in the neighborhoods.
Last question. Why are you uniquely qualified to be mayor? Why Manny Pelaez?
Yeah, so I was the very first person that was ever hired at Toyota Motor Manufacturing, and I was in the C-suite, right, consulting with the CEOs and putting together this multi-billion-dollar project, creating jobs, really dealing with a very, very interesting and sensitive environmental reality that is the South Side, dealing with, as the chairman then of Brook City Base, we took an empty base and made it into a multi-billion-dollar live, work, play, worship, thrive campus. office, creating thousands of jobs there too. I then served as the trustee for one of the board of trustee members for Via, right? And created the first Via Primo line ever. We were dreaming big, right? And then I got asked to serve as C-suite for a multinational manufacturing company. I was their general counsel for all of North America, doing multi-billion-dollar projects. And I remind folks that the city is a 13,000 employee behemoth, and we've got 1.5 billion customers who live here and 40 million customers who visit us every year. And we've got some big projects that we need to work on, coordinate. And the next mayor is going to have to be able to embrace that complexity while at the same time really appreciating the beauty and the authenticity and the history and the tradition and our language and our culture. And so this is a very, very complicated beast, running a city, and it's going to require three things. Because make no mistake, this is a job interview, right? When you're bringing in the CEO of a company, you need them to have not just some great ideas. And there's people out there who are running that got great ideas, but they don't have experience or expertise, right? And if you're interviewing a CEO and they say, I got a great idea for our company, but I never done the work and I have no experience or track record, find another candidate, right? But I'm the only candidate who's running that actually has this vision for being the safest, the smartest, the strongest city in the US while matching it up with the real experience, right? And my track record speaks for itself. Go down to Brooks. I think what we've done at Brooks, we can do throughout the entire city. It's possible. We just have to want it. And you need a captain of the ship who can actually take you there.
Manny Pelaez, good luck.
No. Thank you.